Assalamualaikum and salam sejahtera. Now, this video is for ICE 205, and this video is to explain on the topic of account receivables age analysis using the Excel. Okay, first of all, age analysis is usually we will prepare the report of aging analysis at the end of the year, at the end of accounting year, so that we will have the amount of total allowances for doubtful debt and written in the statement of financial positions, whereby we will deduct the total allowances for doubtful debt from the account receivables that we have. So we need to calculate according to the past due of the invoices. For accurate calculations, let's say we will determine the percentage for uncollectible amount, the invoices that has been past due. Let's say in the example given, for invoices that past due within 1 to 30 days past due, we will put 5% from the total amount as the uncollectible percentage for the amount owed by the customer. And if it more past due 31 to 60 days, we will allocate 10% from the total amount. 61 to 90 days, 50%, and over 90 days, we will allocate 20% from the total amount. So this report must be done at the end of the year, so that we have the accurate amount of total allowances for doubtful debt. Okay, this is one method to prepare the report. As always, all your report must have the name of the company and then the name of the report. This is the name of aging analysis report, and you will have date for this report. Let's say you are given the data for 31st December 2018 report. So date of this report, you would put the date as 2018 for the year, month 12, and day 31st. Then click OK. So you need to determine also what date for 30 days before the date of this report. So you will use the formula equals to date of this report and minus 30. And for 60 days, you will use again the date and minus 60. And for 90 days, you will use the date of report minus 90. So you will have this date according to 30 days before this report, 60 days before this report, and 90 days before this report date. We will use this because we need to identify which invoice that actually past due 1 to 30 days. Means that using this date for our requirement when we interrogate the data. And also, let's say for the more than 90 days, we will use this date to identify which invoices that over 90 days past due. Okay, let's say we have given these 10 invoices, which has the name of the customer, the invoice number, the invoice amount, invoice date, and invoice term. Invoice term is the maximum number of days that we give to the customer, the maximum number to delay the payment for the invoices. So let's say the invoice that for customer name Ray Trading, the amount is 2,975 and the invoice term is 30. So the invoice due date would be using the formula equals to invoice date plus the invoice term. So that is the maximum number of days, the maximum day that we give to the customer to delay the payment. So you can copy the formula down. So these are the invoice date for each invoices that we have. Okay, these invoices actually has not been paid. So that's why we will calculate these invoices to for the allowances for doubtful debt. Okay, the column current invoice is to identify which is the current invoice, means that it is not past due yet, or probably just past due, I mean not past due yet. Okay, so the formula using the if function. So click the functions if. We will logical test the invoice due date more than this report. Oh, sorry, more or equal to. Forgot about equal to. Okay, the invoice date is more or equal to the date of this report. So if it's true, so you need to identify what is the invoice amount, and if it falls, just type the space bar, so it becomes a blank cell. Then click OK. Okay, this is a blank because the of invoice due date is not more than 31st December 2018. Okay, to copy down the formula, remember to put the absolute referencing for the date of this report, that is the B4. Okay, then you can copy them down. So you have one invoice that categorized as current invoice because the due date is 31st December 2018, means that it's still not past due. Okay, then for 1 to 30 days past due, we can use the if and, or you can use the nested if formula, means that you have if formula inside the if formula. Nested if actually we interrogate the data, the interrogative cell to fulfill two requirements. Okay, the 1 to 30 days past due, meaning that the invoice due date must be between 31st December and 1st December 2018. So in between. So you have two requirements, means that less than 31st December, but more than 1st December, means that you are using 30 days before here. This should be you're integrating the data. The invoices should less than 31st December, but more than 1st December. So the nested if, you can type equals to if in the bracket. So you do the logical test, the invoice due date less then the date of this report, comma, comma, and you have another if in bracket. This is the second requirement. Then if the invoice due date is more or equal to the 1st December 2018, if it's true, then we will take the invoice amount. If it's false, you will, if it's false, you will put the blank space. And close the bracket, comma, again the blank space. And close the bracket again. So it can be read if the interrogator, if the invoice due date is less than 31st December, and also if the invoice due date is more or equals to the 1st December 2018, if it's true, then the invoice amount will be displayed. Otherwise, it will be blank. Again, do not forget to put the absolute referencing. Means that you put the symbol string to the date you are referred to, that P4 and P5. Because later on you want to copy it down, then it will not be changed. Okay, then you copy them down. You have two invoices that in between invoice past due 1 to 30 days, because the date is between 1st December to 31st December. Okay, moving on. For the 31st to 60 days past due, the simple formula we used just now using the nested if, only this time we will use the date of 1st December and the 1st December and 1st November. So again, the formula equals to if in bracket the invoice due date must be less than the 1st December, comma, and using the nested if, again if in bracket invoice date is more or equal to the 1st November, comma. If it's true, then you will put the invoice amount. If it falls, you will put blank. And close the bracket, comma, and you put the blank for the second requirement. If it does not the requirement is not met, meaning that the requirement of between the 1st December to the 1st November, if those requirements, these two dates not requirements not met, then it will be blank. And remember to put string symbol to the date that you refer, that is B5 and B6, so that you can copy down the formula to the other invoice. So now you have another 2 invoices that falls the past due date between the 31 to 60 days past due. Again, for 61 to 90 days, again, you can use the nested if formula, but now you will use the 1st November date and 2nd October. So again, equals to if in bracket invoice due date is less than 1st November, and put the if again for nested if the invoice due date is more or equals to 2nd October. If it's true, we will display the amount, and if it's not, you will put blank space. Close the bracket, comma. Again, if both requirement is not met, you will blank or required space. And then again, do not forget to put the string symbol to B6 and B7 because we need to copy down the formula for other invoices. So when you copy down, now you have 4 invoices that has 61 to 90 days past due. And last one, over 90 days, interrogate using the if formula. If bracket, if the invoice due date is less than 2nd October. So if it's true, we will display the amount. If not, you put space or blank cell. Then only one requirement. Oh, I forgot to put the string because we need to copy down the formula to other invoices. Okay, then copy down. That you only have one invoice that due more than 90 days. Now you will calculate the total amount of the invoices. Okay, the total amount of all the invoices. Again, we will use the summation formula. And you can copy, Ctrl C. Ctrl V here, Ctrl V here. Okay, just copy the formula using these plus black button. Okay then, so you have all the total invoices. Total amount of invoices for current invoice, for past due date, and so on. Okay, so now we calculate the uncollectible amount because we already know, or we already determined the percentage of uncollectible. Okay, then we use the formula, the total amount of invoices multiply with the percentage given. So current invoice will be 0, and copy down the formula. So you have, this is the amount, and to calculate the summations, the total of all the uncollectible. So this is the total allowances for doubtful debt that we will assign or put in the statement of financial positions to be deducted to the account, the total account receivables for 2018. Okay, that's all for now for the formula. And you can tidy up the report, put the borders, you can highlight the number, and then you can give this report to your accountant or to your boss. That's all for now. Thank you for watching, and you can wait for another video on the next topic. Bye bye.